The Monetary Policy Committee has voted to retain the policy rate at 27%, maintaining its tight monetary stance. Other key policy instruments were also sustained. The cash reserve ratio remains 45% for deposit money banks, 16% for merchant banks, and 75% for non-TSA public deposit. The asymmetric corridor was adjusted to plus 50 and minus 450 basis points, with the liquidity ratio unchanged at 30%. Announcing the decisions, as CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso says the moves are intended to reinforce progress toward low and stable inflation.
The committee decided by a majority vote to maintain the current monetary policy stance with an adjustment to the corridor as follows. 1. Retain the monetary policy rate, MPR, at 27%. 2. Adjust the standing facility corridor around the MPR at plus 50 to minus 450 basis points. 3. Retain the cash reserve requirement, CRR, for deposit money banks at 45%, merchant banks at 16%, and 75% for non-TSA public sector deposits. And 4, keep the liquidity ratio unchanged at 30%.
The bank restates its commitment to price stability and improved food supply.
The MPC reaffirmed its commitment to a data-driven assessment of developments and outlook to guide future policy decisions. Considerations. The committee welcomed the continued deceleration in headline inflation year-on-year in October 2025.
The committee also highlighted strengthening macroeconomic indicators. 16 banks have now met the recapitalization requirements set by the Apex Bank.
Members also acknowledged the substantial progress in the ongoing recapitalization program, with 16 banks achieving full compliance with the revised capital requirements. Gross external reserves increased by 9.19%, reaching a high of $46.70 billion on November 14, 2025, from $42.77 billion at the end of September 2025, sufficient to cover 10.3 months of import for goods and services.
With inflation moderating and key indicators improving, the MPC says its tight stance remains necessary to consolidate economic stability. The next MPC meeting holds in February 2026. Frank Omalape, Arise News.